Okay, everybody. I think we are live. This is the Vegan Carburetor channel. And we're going to be watching Vegetable P0Iice today as soon as he uploads a video, which could be shortly. But until then, there's plenty of other things to talk about. Let's see. We got some comments here. Vegan Jerry is present. Okay. So Casey, we're going to be waiting for him. It is Thursday, and he often does big videos about the carnivore diet. He did one yesterday, finally showed his diet, a picture of it, and it's pretty sad, sad looking. I was thinking of continuing with Liferegenerator, but we'll see if we have time. So I've opened lines, and I'm taking your health problems today. Just tell me the problem you're having. I specialize in diet and veganism, vegan diet. But I will take any kind of problem, because I have a lot of life experience, a lot of wisdom, more than other people my age. And that's because of my lifestyle. And now, I was thinking of this just last night, that I could really help people with all sorts of stuff, and live videos would be a perfect place to do that. Just doing some checks, make sure everything's looking good here. Let's see. Yeah, the preview screen is not showing. Let's see. Yeah, this is new. Would be a perfect place to do that. Yeah. I didn't have to click that before, so it's like they changed things around a lot. Okay, it's looking pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, there's something I forgot to mention yesterday. And that is that the day before yesterday, while I was filming a live video, I was live on YouTube when YouTube crashed. You're probably aware of this. And it was big news. It even got on the radio show Coast to Coast last night. They were talking about it. Let's see. I've got to adjust that one. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's make this look good here. Okay, someone's telling me to raise the volume. Testing. Looks good there in the mixer. I'll put it up a little more. Wait a second here. Now if I get closer, does it get a lot louder? Let's see. See, that's a good thing to have fixed before we get going. I was shocked when YouTube crashed, says Vegan Jerry. Yeah, I was too. I didn't even believe it when it happened. I thought that it was just some kind of technical problem on my end. And later I went to YouTube and I wasn't getting anywhere. It took another minute before I realized this is YouTube. Never seen anything like that. YouTube crashing like that is really unusual. I was watching your live video when it happened. The weird thing is you can find that video a couple days back. It's there. I remained on the air as my window of Casey crashed, but I made it in. So that part of YouTube didn't crash. You can see that. You can see it crashing on my live video 2 days ago. Okay, volume gets louder when I move up. Yeah, I'm back a little bit. Move it forward. Or I could just turn up the volume. Let's see. How is the volume right now? Yeah. So YouTube crashing, yeah. What's weird is in that video I was making, it was just a few minutes earlier, where I was talking about all the problems I'm having and how convoluted YouTube and Google is, and they're always changing things. And then I started talking about Trump and all the crap. I was saying lots of things, maybe ad-unfriendly there. And then YouTube crashes just minutes later. And so I was asking myself, did I do that? So any health problems that you have, just post them in the comments over to the right, and I will show you my wisdom by giving everyone advice live. Which reminds me of what Vegetable P0Iice said about a week ago, that he's now doing consultations. And he says, any problem you have, it doesn't have to be about diet. I'll take it. I'll take you $100 for anything. And I made fun of him. Yeah. And now I'm doing it. But there's differences. There's differences. And I've said it already, that I'm doing it live, and I'm showing everyone how well I could do this by doing it live. Not in secret like him, over the phone. And also, I'm not charging here. This is a great idea. I should have done this before. More comments. Yeah. It was your fault. Miss Jones. Yep. Yep. So while we're waiting for these two things, for Casey and for health problems, for me to address, I got another thing, much more things to talk about. For the first time, I got a potato like this. Yeah, I've never seen one in person before like this. Okay, next up, next comment is about my channel. Let's see here. It's almost 4 o'clock. Now yesterday, Vegetable P0Iice went on the air around 4:40. So we could be in for a wait that long, but who knows? I'm not sure, but maybe Thursdays will be earlier. Could be. Okay, my channel. It's in a state of evolution right now. There's a lot going on here. A lot of topics, man. Got brain fatigue, man. I'm already tired, but I want to cover so many things. Got to switch from this to that. And also the camera makes me self-conscious, especially live. And sometimes it's hard to think. And I'm a perfectionist too. So recently, I've noticed the need to improve some things, especially doing live videos. I really needed to buy a webcam. You don't want to use the one that comes with a computer. That's just bare minimum quality. So I got that, and it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I've had some technical problems, but I seem to be blaming the camera 2 days ago, but I don't know that. So I could modify what I was saying, that I buy this camera, I go through so much studying, and then I you know, it's a lot to it. And then I have a disaster. But I think it was software related. You know, the usual suspect. Windows, the computer was having problems. But I think I know how to get around these problems now. And we had a good day yesterday. It was just one of my best, probably my best show ever. Everything worked out. Let's see if people agree with me in the comments. What are your top 3 foods for a temporary energy boost? Energy boost. Well, I agree with the people who say if food changes something about you, like your mind or your energy to a high degree, then that's not a good thing. It's not supposed to do that. You're supposed to already have energy. But, you know, if I needed to do something to get energy, of course I'd eat fruit. And if I needed it quick, I would eat fruit that digests quickly, like oranges, melons. Although melons are low in calories, so I'd probably want to follow it up a few minutes later with something else. But even before fruit, I would drink water to make sure I'm not dehydrated, because that's often the problem. Next comment. I quit coffee. Now I wake up in the morning and don't have that euphoric coffee feeling. I got so many problems. Yes, coffee will give you those problems. It acts like a drug. It's a stimulant, so it makes you need a stimulant. Oh, the thing with stimulants is when you take the stimulant, the way it gives you energy is in a bad way. It squeezes it out of your adrenal glands, and your adrenal glands end up damaged and less able to do its job, give you natural energy. And so you got to go back to the coffee, the drug again. That's how drug addiction works. And the only way out of it is time. See, people don't want to do this. People try all sorts of gimmicks, and then they make videos to sell these to a bunch of viewers who are looking for a quick fix. But there isn't one. You just have to live better. You gotta go high fruit to fix that coffee habit. Okay, someone said, Jerry says, fantastic idea. I assume it's taking people's problems. Yeah, really. That's pretty good. Gary, I get a legal pad and write down a couple of notes before you start. Gary, get a legal pad. Oh, I do. But I can't just write down everything. No, that's not going to help. And then I'd have to be reading. And that would take time. There's no time for that. I just got back from the store, and I just ran out of time. I didn't even have time to think about the video. Okay, next comment. If you manage to cover these topics, the rest can be random talk. Yeah. Brett Kavanaugh is actually Christine Ford. Ignoring price, what fruit would you choose? For energy or for just taste? For energy, I don't think it matters. It would, well, bananas work really well. If you eat a lot of melon, you could get bloated. It depends on the individual. We don't have a washing machine, so my mum has to clean my... It's another troll again. Oh, you got me. I take a pill that shows my adrenaline. I'm allowed to have caffeine. Let's see. No, as long as you touch on a couple topics, not a big long list. Yeah, and as you see, I do that. I know what I want to talk about, but then my perfectionism comes in. Oh, was there a certain way I wanted to address the topic? And that is my channel. By the way, wow, it's only been like 8 minutes since my last time check. We got a lot of time. Let's get a little closer here. Okay, my channel. So I got a webcam. And I got a bike. Yeah, that took me a while to get one. I wanted to get a good one, but used, because I am frugal, and of course I don't have that kind of money for a good new bike. And I think I was successful after a long time. And I actually have a bike video coming up of me fixing something. And that might not, you might not think you're interested in that, but I make good videos no matter what the topic is. And I did throw in a little bit of, my main channel. I was trying to do that. Oh, to show that I'm serious here about this. I figure now is the time for me to break away and to go all out with stuff. If not now, then when? So check this out. Bicycle helmet. I will try it on here. It's a pretty good one, isn't it? And yeah, fits great, sort of great. That's a cool look there. All right. But before I go out filming on a bike, I don't want to use my old camera anymore. People's standards have increased, and I'm in the market for a new camera, and I've been doing some studying, and I'm about ready to buy. So I decided to go ahead and yes, what's it called? The GoPro Hero. Yes. I was always wary of these cameras because I thought they're just good for sports, and so the other things may not be good. And it's true, the audio isn't good, but no camera audio is good. You want a separate microphone, and so that's another thing I need to buy. And remember, I'm not wealthy. I hardly have an income, which is why I've got a Patreon page, and you can find a link to that on my main page. I also have PayPal as an option, and I have ebooks if you want to buy something. That's even better. And the books get great ratings. I haven't talked about it much, but I said that these books are really good. I'm not sure how they compare really to similar books by other YouTube gurus, but it'd be good when this book gets out there and I can hear from people to see if my books are really just over far and beyond what other people are doing. I don't know yet. Oh, I'm definitely biased, but yeah, they're good. They're kind of like my videos. I don't just write stuff, the basic stuff, and then move on. I'm always looking for an angle, and I try to be entertaining. I got the comments here up, and I'm noticing there's some bids coming in. I mean, tips. Let's see. Let's continue with reading here. Durian and avocado, or mango and papaya. Well, mango, if I eat too much of that, get mango belly. Papaya works great for me. I feel good after papaya. Not avocado. Just that takes hours to digest because it's fat. Why are you still making these? Well, plenty of people watch. Yesterday's video did well because it's because I got everything right, and got in early, I think that's the way to go. Again, I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. I'm too busy to get ahead of things. But that's changing. Yep. You need to realize you are good at this. And in a little time, you will lose your inhibitions. Now, this is the way I've already lost those. But I'm just like this. And I'm tired. But I'll eventually make up the sleep. Get to bed earlier. That's the key. There's no getting around that. You know you have an audience that likes your little quirks. Apparently. You provide humor and good health. That's right. That's right. You know, it's too bad the way YouTube works. Look at the popular YouTubers. You know, Vegan Gains. You know, he may have muscle, but he had those before. He doesn't make veganism look good. But his personality, and so many others. Go all out, Gary. I feel you holding back. I feel you hold back quite regularly. I ran out of room to finish my sentence. I'm a little... oh, that word again. Nice helmet. Makes me think of Liferegenerator. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to say something. And speaking of, he gives a lot of bike tips, but I got one. As you know, I buy used whenever I can. And believe it or not, this is used. Got lucky with this one. But in my studying, see, I study and I learn stuff. There's a big warning with buying a used helmet. Well, another thing is I get too many thoughts in my head, and then I'm stumped. That's just the problem I've been working on. All right. Helmet. Meanwhile, I see comments coming in. Let's get some water. So you want to be careful buying a used helmet. And that's because once a helmet is cracked, maybe in an accident, once it's cracked, it's no longer going to protect your skull. So if you fall on your head with a cracked helmet, it's not going to have that sturdiness. It's not going to protect you. And you have to know what to look for in a used helmet. You have to know how to look for cracks. Easy to do on the outside, but on the inside, you got to look deep in here. And what I was doing was trying to bend it like this. And I found one for sale used that was cracked. And that's very dangerous there. That people aren't aware. Well, the sellers are not aware. But that's dangerous to do. Okay, so the next comment was the tip. Miss K. Jones tipped me $5. I got 5 on it. Thank you very much. Not only does that, you know, that's good motivation, feels good that people are going to tip me. And if, you know, if that trend keeps up, which it just might, that could be a nice supplement that will really help out. And, you know, book sales and advertising. Oh, there's another thing to bring up. My live videos continue to get demonetized, and I don't know why. The last one, yesterday, it's getting a lot of views, but there's no ads on it, so I'm not going to make any money there. And I did everything right. There's no reason for it to get demonetized. But there's nothing a YouTuber can do about it until you can have YouTube check out the video to see, but only once that video has gotten 1,000 views. Otherwise, it's not worth their time. So I'm stuck with it for a while. More comments. I'm on your Patreon and bought a book. That's Miss Jones bought one of my books. And you'll be thanking me, because those books are good. Easy to read, fun, and you are learning something. It's legit stuff, too. You know, Casey's coming out with a book. Well, it seems like it's focused on exercise and muscle. Hopefully it is. Hopefully he won't get too much into diet. Although, I do tend to believe that intermittent fasting can help with muscle growth. I haven't experienced that yet. I don't have weights. But I've been getting into better shape, lifting water jugs. Yeah, I'll do that once Casey comes up in his video. Maybe I should do it now. Get some circulation into my brain. Okay, more about the camera. Yeah. There's something really cool that I found out while setting GoPro cameras. And that is there's a technology I didn't even know about until a few days ago. Didn't know it existed. And that is 120 frames per second. The standard is 30, and 60 is progressive. I just thought that was it, but there's higher ones. And the reason I'm interested in that is because of the drums. I tend to feel that in my drumming, the drumming I put on my videos, my speed may not be coming through, and it might be because of the frames per second. And I was doing some testing the other day, and I noticed that the difference between 30 and 60 is I can't notice anything. I made the discovery that 60 frames a second still isn't good enough for me on the drums. I really haven't shown how good I am at the drums yet, after all these years. And I want to really do that. That's like a fantasy of mine that I can make happen. Well, it turns out that the more recent GoPros have 120 frames per second. And they're not super expensive. So I've decided I'm going for it. This channel is going to be on fire. Live videos, bike videos, and drones. Imagine live drones. Yeah. But can't do it in 120 live. Only 60 live. But still, that would be cool. Like, well, I can't really describe how it'll be, but it's going to be great. Comments. Okay, Gary's harem is nothing compared with Gary's. Two Garys. I don't know what it means. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, he was talking about Harley. Yeah. What I meant. You don't need weights. You have charisma. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, it's right here. Well, I've always wanted muscle, and I think it would help. Yeah. Well, you know it helps. I was even hearing someone. I don't think he was even on YouTube. He was saying, wait, it was Bill Maher, I think. He's saying, oh yeah, he was the one saying people don't care about nothing. And of course he was referring to politics. And then he said, the only thing people care about is women and something else. And men having muscles, or something like that. Now, have you noticed all these, so many men on YouTube that are popular? They're really popular. That seems to be a trend. Men, I guess a lot of men out there being scammed into thinking muscle's gonna help their life. Sometimes I'm just too careful about what I say. But yeah, that was one muscle, and I don't know. Well, I like lifting weights anyway, because it's good stress reliever. But if I could be building muscle at the same time, I should. Why not? So I still want to try doing that. Next comment. My drummer friend told me that drumming is an intense workout. It doesn't have to be. It could be. It depends on how hard you hit. It's all about that. Yeah. Gary, you should do yeah. Hill bombing on a bicycle. Yeah, I'm assuming that it's something that could get you injured, because likely, because yeah, that's what people want to see in a video. They want to see risky things. But I'm going to actually be careful not to fall into that trap. Yeah, I'm not going to get injured. Can't afford it. You basically ride your bike downhill as fast as possible. I also don't have the nerves for that. Okay, we're up to date on the comments. So this is exciting. It's costing. It's going to cost money, but this seems to be the time to do it, to buy all this equipment. This is it. And it's now worth doing, because I need to. Okay. I lost track of what I was saying. Okay. I'm actually running out of stuff to talk about here. Wait a second here. This is interesting. Oh, what I am is I'm getting caught up, which means I'm reaching a new level here. I've never been caught up. Okay, YouTube. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to continue on with what I was doing yesterday. Yeah, here's a list of ideas for videos that I've collected over the years. Let's just go through some of this, because I'm never going to get around to making all these videos. And I can give you just a real quick unloading of wisdom and information. Let's see here. We're going back 2.5 years here. Where does your fat come from? Is that a good title? That's a good question. It's been a while, but I think I know what I was getting at. Let's see, I will guess and then I will look and see if there's anything in that file. Well, fat storage. Where does your fat come from? No, I'll have to look. No, I didn't write anything. So, so I wouldn't know what the hell it is. Where does your fat come from? Does it matter where your fat comes from? You know, the only reason why everyone's now blaming carbs for making people fat is because we used to blame fat for it. But does it matter? I thought it was all about calories. Except it's not about that either. It's in my ebook, Escape the Diet Matrix. Oh yeah. Low carb. Oh, that's nothing. Studies are for scientists, not for public consumption. They are the ones who know how to use them. It's not for the media, for the public, because they tend to mischaracterize the data. Studies. Something about, doctors lying. Do I have some examples of that? I just might. Dan. His obsession with learning. Oh yeah, get into that habit. And finding out more you can do. Then you end up with a crazy diet, like Vegetable P0Iice, who should be coming along any time now with, I suspect, some of that, some of the craziness. Binge eating. People are hungry. That's the only reason they binge eat. Oh, that's my other book. Binge eating solved something. I forget the name of it. But the way I solved it is not like any of the other books. That's why I'm thinking of changing the name. Yep. That's it. Oh, here. Paleo-Hacks. I found on their website. See, carbs / very calm the day after a pizza binge. They were stressed out until they had a pizza binge. Now, did the pizza give them a lot of B vitamins? No, that's not the way it works. I used to megadose B vitamins, hoping it would make me less stressed, but it doesn't work that way. You have to solve the problem, where the stress is coming from. If it's coming from the mind, if you're doing it to yourself, then nothing you can eat is going to fix that, because diet was not the problem. Let's go back to my comments. Binge eating vanished. Jerry knows the title of my book. Yeah. Money has made Bill Maher out of touch. No, I don't think so. He talked about that recently, that he doesn't have any typical habits that celebrities have, and is able to donate a lot of it to political party, Democrats. He seems to be in touch with a lot of things, but sometimes I'm surprised. Maybe he just doesn't want to say certain things, because he's been fired before for being too politically incorrect. And the show he's had now, it's been going on 16 years, and he's really loving that, and he doesn't want to blow it. Gary, you are too modest. I am. You have nerves of steel. Nope. Bad. Something has happened. Yeah, we're having streaming problems here. Not as such, viewers will be experiencing buffer. Current bit rate is 6 megabytes. Wow, what's going on there? What's going on? Well, it's one of those technical things. I can do something. Let's see if this will work. Okay, that's done. So there's going to be a little buffering here, but that's okay. I have an idea. This will be entertaining and might help with buffering. What the heck is this?
With Donald Trump, who's about to hold a rally.
Oh, here's something.
Right now, it is up to the pilot to come forward and say, I have a mental health issue, I need help, I'm depressed, etc. He says, that's not the way to do it. Who in their right mind would just come forward and say, yes, I need help?
I'm not saying President Obama is the Antichrist. In fact, I'm sure he's not, because the Antichrist is going to have higher poll numbers according to the Bible.
I ate so much fat trying to hurt myself. Right now, I would eat 5 eggs, double cheese.
About halfway into his speech, some signs came out. Sit down and shut up. Chris Christie gets Jersey fresh again. I'm a compassionate man. Are you stupid? Job is to get something done. Sometimes it's by taking somebody out and giving them a beat.
Look at the massive unemployment within the EU. That is the effect of European Union regulation. All right, gentlemen.
It's estimated almost 500,000 vets got PTSD in Vietnam, yet hundreds of...
Oh, I've got to be careful with that. What do these clips have in common? Oh, by the way, my problem has been fixed here. Stream status is good again. So those things happen, you know. Let's check out the comments here. Love the bike videos, like going to farmers markets or street events. Strap on the GoPro and binge eat. Yeah, I've done eating videos before. It's kind of boring for me. I would click that, or simply strap on. I would click that. Now see, this is another thing that could get me demonetized if I read these comments without looking at them first. I've heard you talk about studies in the past, and it was informative and interesting. Yes, I was just thinking about. No, I shouldn't say. Might give my trolls some ideas. Yeah. Did you guys hear about the restriction on pizza ingredients across the pond? I don't think so. That would be the UK, maybe? Yeah, it's even crazier over there, I think. So are they banning the dough? Make, you know, it's got to be paleo, because that's how you lose weight. And we're having a weight crisis here in the UK. And so we have to make pizza differently. How close am I? I kicked it down to 240p. Whoa. Yeah. That's really low. Yeah. Mr. Jones, yes, he said that. I don't want to say it again. That could hurt my channel. Hurt my monetization, man. But what do those clips have in common there? Yeah, Miss Jones, they have that in common. But there's more specific thing there. Something about there being too many fat people, yes, in the UK. Let's see those clips. Let's see. Let's watch some more here. I'll be careful.
Because this is who we are. We are the most compassionate nation on earth. Here, the single greatest society that man has ever known.
If you're such a tree hugger and a cattle lover and a pig lover and all that stuff, but personally, I don't give a shit.
Oh. Oh, this is perfect. Because I was, well, under a recent video, because there's some talk about politics, and I had a commenter who said the thing that I fight against. They said both parties are the same. Well, they are not the same. They have similarities. Everything is corrupt, but that doesn't mean they're the same. You know, the big soy industry is corrupt, and there's all those sugar lies. But are they evil? Are they as bad as the meat industry? That's what they want you to believe. It's not true. And so I was telling this person that there's the big difference between the two parties. If you really want to sum it up, it took me half of my life. It took me most of my life to figure out. To sum up, the big difference is in the way the people think. Republicans basically care about business and money, and also religion and things I don't want to say in my video. They want to dictate how people should live, and so you become a Republican if you're interested in that, and they don't care about anything else. Like all the stuff the Democrats care about. And now here in this video, yeah. Here we have someone saying they don't care. I don't care about any of that crap. You think this person is a Democrat? No. That right there is the perfect look of a Trump supporter, as a matter of fact, and the way she's talking, and the way she's obese is also another sign. It's a sign, but of course there's fat liberals. But fat people are more likely to be Republican because they don't care about themselves even. And you tell them what they can do, like you could be an animal lover, you could go vegan, and they'll say, "Oh, I don't care about that." And that BS from Marco there. We are the most compassionate. Well, I'm sorry, dude. That lie's just not working anymore. Let's look at some more, and you'll see. Once you start understanding the difference between the parties, you spot it real easy.
Really value my own opinion. And this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Those panties look better on you than they would on." Very high fat diet. I'm also still working on regenerating my brain. But you've got proteins and fat, and so craziness. Fat.
So not only is this guy super fat because of the way he eats, but notice other things about him that I've picked up on over the years. A person, he's got a certain look going. He's got the beard, and he's got the baseball cap. And you know what his politics are going to be. I don't care about the environment, and these people are usually ignorant, and so they don't have all the facts. And when you don't have all the facts, the platforms that most fit you are the Republican ones. Like, I don't know about climate change. There's corruption there. And see, that's just, they're not being genuine. That's playing political. It's just like Trump said. And now he's doing it. What he does, he accuses other people of doing. He's done this his whole life. This is it's his mode of operation, his MO, and it's worked for him. Okay, what time is it? It is now past the time where Vegetable P0Iice uploaded yesterday. Oh, that reminded me. I want to check out his channel because sometimes, on rare occasions, I don't get his notification. So let's check this out. His subs might be slowing down there. And I'd like to think I had something to do with it. Because I've been putting in the work here. Okay. No video today yet. It is Thursday. Sometimes I don't know. Yeah, I know what I want to do. See, why I want to stop the carnivore diet. I don't know, did we miss that? Did I miss that? Why does he want to stop? Well, I guess because of all the problems he's having, even though he feels fantastic. Let's see, is too much fat actually bad? Yeah, but too much, he found out, he discovered last week that too much protein is bad. So if too much fat is bad too, then, well, that means Casey has found a new conundrum here. This is worth a few months of videos. Do you have to be in ketosis on the carnivore diet? That's a good question. And I've been asking, why is it they're all doing keto and they're all also fasting? Is that something you need to do in order to trick your mind? In order for the diet to seem good? Let's do some Liferegenerator. Maybe he's made a new video. Regenerator.
Hey, it's Dan here, and I hope you have just a few minutes to hang out. I want to kind of chill out. This is one of the longer videos. Some people like them short, some people like them long, some people like the silence, some people like a song. So, anyways, today what I'm going to teach you is how to dissolve mucus, how to dissolve biofilms, and kill parasites. Check it out, I've got a lot of alchemy. This is the super simplified version, but I just want to make it easy for everyone. So check this out while I make some juice. I'm going to break my coconut water fast.
Actually, that's not too bad. You could do worse. Anyway, he has a new video. This went up 5 hours ago. Let's see. Regenerate the microbiome to lose weight and heal disease. Well, this is interesting because this is related to Vegetable P0Iice and Goji Man. He's used that word. And just yesterday, we were here watching his video from a week ago, saying, Vegetable P0Iice, can you just leave me out of all this? Oh, damn. Oh, and I went out on a limb, and I accused him of being disingenuous. And saying he's only making the video because he wants to be in on this. Okay, let's might as well check out this video. But I want to get up to date on my comments here. Let's see here. Gary wants us acting up. And Gary don't want us acting out. I think my oven is burning the bread. Somebody buy him a shirt. Yeah, there's this trend of men, often with facial hair. Well, there's one now. And just not wearing shirts. But only certain men with certain certain physiques. That's the word. That's a trend. There's trends. He's not concerned about dioxins and mercury, nor with the ethics of eating our animal brethren. Now he's eating pork belly with impunity. Little does he know karma is breathing down his pencil neck. Oh, okay. Pork is not the greatest thing to make you feel well, but they say keto is. Oh. Because it sits at 100 degrees for days before it's expelled. Rots in your stomach. Really, I don't know. Recipe for illness. Which brings us to the Liferegenerator. It's going to cure us. Here we go.
Hey, it's Dan here, and I'm going to make a video today about Our Healing Tea. Our Healing Tea is from OurBotanicals.com, and they are the best distributor of Robert Morris ND herbal protocols. You've seen me promote those years ago, and now I mostly just use them for my private clients and stuff. But OurBotanicals.com has the best shipping. They just really get it right out to you. They've got really good prices as well. And I just did a Robert Morris detox. I used the brain and the nerve. I used the kidney and the bladder. I used the endocrine formula. And I just ordered some more. I got the male formula coming, and a whole bunch of the stomach herbs I used on this last class.
Do any of you have trouble making it through his videos? Oh, once I was making a video where I was watching his video, and I noticed after 7 minutes, at the 7-minute point, he said, "Now on with the video." That 7 minutes was just talking about his marketing, all the things he's selling. So I'm going to skip ahead here, find something interesting.
And I think my body responded really well. And people have to drive 30 minutes, an hour to go get fresh organic vegetables, and so I'm material into your body. So
well, maybe people in Flint, Michigan, they have to travel like to another city to just get basic food because their city is a disaster area. That's true. I forget exactly what I heard, but I heard there, I guess in a particular county, that there's no supermarket. Those people don't have a supermarket. They have to travel to get food. That's real. And look at what our government is doing to help them. After years, they're not doing anything. That's why you need to vote. Your conscience should tell you to vote. You know, if you knew the facts and not bought into the BS that it doesn't matter who you vote for. Now, that person I was talking to, I asked, "How old are you?" And he got back to me and said 29. So I did a little math and realized that person's not old enough to have been paying attention during 9/11 or the Iraq War. Doesn't know what was going on there. Doesn't know the difference that happened between the 80s and 90s. just in air quality, I noticed the difference. That person wasn't born. Didn't know how bad it was.
So that you can have herbal capsules or herbal teas, and it'd be good to have some nice hot tea. You put a little bit of lemon in it. What I like to do is make it up, and then I put it in the fridge, and then I add just a little bit of sugarcane juice, and then I deliver it to my delivery clients. I'm doing, you know, everybody's just got a lot of stuff going on in their gut, or even emotional stuff they need to move through, mental stuff they need to move through. I mean, I started this detox path 18 years ago, 25, with the daily juicing habit. My parents bought me a Champion juicer. You heard the story. I started juicing every single day. Best thing I've ever done. Sent me on the road. What are enzymes? You know, then I found the live foods, and then I went on the live foods track. That was the best thing I've ever done. Now we're beginning to understand the absolute imperative nature of consuming as much of your food raw and unheated as possible, for various reasons that I've stated before. But now our new understanding of the microbiome is making it painfully evident why I've been able to be so blessed by the diversity of the plants. So I'm going to be looking for ways to share with you so that you can understand, and so that you can take in some of these plant foods and get them into your family and get the information in there into the gut, so the microbes have something to work with, so that they can produce their metabolic byproducts, which is what you as a sack of microbes live off of. You have to remember, you take in the plant materials that have these genetic codes. The microorganisms can recognize that, break that down, and then they, by consuming those plant foods, can produce genetic material into your body. So the genes that are being expressed in your body are 99% microbial. At least that's the latest science. That could change later. But you're basically 1% human. And so we really need to start thinking about soil. We need to start thinking about plant diversity. We've got to start thinking about eliminating antibiotics and chemicals from our lifestyle. Stress is It's very painful when the mind is stressed.
I don't think that's as crazy as it sounds. Some people may think he's totally lost it in mind there. But there is some science to what he's talking about there. Let's see what other people say. He reminds me of Mike Cernovich. Without a shirt. He fancies himself a master BS artist. He's actually a neophyte in the BS game. Plant foods. I think we sacks of microbes can figure out where to buy produce. But you definitely do want to eat raw food. Yeah, it's good. But he exaggerates in his mind. He's just obsessed with this raw stuff. But I don't think it's that important. But it is true that our genes do change according to what we eat. Yeah, that was a new one for me that I learned a few years ago. Also, I learned not from YouTube, not from the internet even, learned that we are mostly bacteria. It turns out, this is science here, it turns out that this planet, the main inhabitant of this planet is bacteria. Yeah. they run almost everything. They run most of the stuff that happens.
The sympathetic nervous system shuts down and you can't digest. And the microbes are affected by your stress. So you got to be relaxed, calm, cool when you eat and when you live. And if your life isn't cool, calm, peaceful, and relaxed, you need to start finding a way to get out, change it around, and change your consciousness around the social conditioning and programming of these cultural habits that we have, which is basically gluttony and basically going to restaurants where they don't give a crap about your microbiome.
That's right. It's a funny way of putting it, but don't go to restaurants. I wanted to make a video about that and didn't have the time to do that either. But restaurants are just worse than you would think. It is not a good scene. You have no control. It's all processed in the back or before it gets there. You have no idea. You have no idea.
They only want to trick your brain. But you want to start feeding the hub of your life. This is your garden. And we're going to be using stuff like this and other things that I'm going to mention. And I'm going to share with everyone all these different, I got some stuff over here. This one, I'll share this tomorrow or something. I got some protocols that I want to share to help people regenerate their guts. Because that's what it's about. That's what everyone's calling me about these days. They just can't digest or they've got no...
Yep, yeah. A lot of digestive problems there. And stress is part of the problem, but there's a lot of other stuff.
Clearing the terrain, getting the mucus out, getting more oxygen into the blood and into the tissues, keeping the lymphatic system moving, not getting emotionally stagnant, processing your emotions, diving into it, keeping the energy flowing through you, the fresh air, the sunlight, the pure water, the living foods. And I will tell you more about the living foods. And now that we understand the microbiome, Dan McDonald was right all along, okay? And I'm saying that with like this vigorousness because it's like, it's so sad to be so sad, to be so stuck, to be so depressed, to be so overweight and have all these diseases and die at a young age because we didn't know. And we were destroying this. And the food had the chemicals on it that was destroying this. And now we know that when we eat the living plant foods, we get the living plant information into our gut, and then it brings us to life because they're going to show you. There's no one's talking about this. This is Dan McDonald doing 2 to 4 hours of research every day on the microbiome and just thinking, and correlating it with all my experiences. But I'm going to tell you, what you eat affects your consciousness. We know that now. But that was an old yogi thing that everyone thought was kind of cutesy. Now science is showing it's true through the expression of this genetic material affecting your RNA. So whatever you're consuming, you become that. So you get to choose, and I'm not going to start putting down any derogatory type foods, okay? But you become what you eat through the genetic expression and the genetic material.
Did he just said that he doesn't want to put down any foods? That reminds me of a couple of years ago. He didn't want, he was just getting too loopy, saying, I'm not going to go out and say the meat is bad, because nothing's bad. Nothing's good. Remember that video? That was irritating.
Material that's released by the activity of the microbes in your gut. So whatever you want to be, you want to eat that. Me, I like to be fresh fruit, clean. I like to be herbs. I like fruits, herbs, nuts, seeds, fresh, clean, that want to be.
So did he see Vegetable P0Iice do that? Is that going to be another trend now? Wow.
Eaten. You see, you got to understand, like, when an animal is afraid and it's enslaved and it's sad, there is an epigenetic expression taking place within their RNA. And they are replicating these genes that are associated with the sadness and the stress and the depression. So you've got suicidally depressed chickens that will peck themselves to death being put into chicken.
I'd keep going there, but add unfriendly. Well, that reminds me. Does he have ads on this video?
And it's enslaved.
I don't think so. There's more comments coming in. You know, I've never been in this situation before where we're just waiting for Vegetable Police. And it's taken a long time. Well, for my people just joining here, I'm taking your health problems, tell me what they are, and you will see live, I'll be able to address any problem that you may have, because I'm filled with wisdom. Okay, comments here. 2 to 4 hours microbiome study. Okay. He eats lots of onions. He reminds me of David Wolf. I was thinking of him a few minutes back. Yep, just obsessed with learning. And he ends up, you know, David Wolf ends up believing in a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah. Mushrooms. Vegetable Police is getting his stomach pumped. Oh. What if he doesn't make a video? What if it doesn't come up? Let's speculate. Vegan Jerry might be onto something. So it makes me think of something I could speculate on. Wow. Let's take a look at this.
If you write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly.
And here we go.
It actually is correcting everything as I'm writing it.
What the heck?
This might be a little disturbing. Millions of pounds of beef recalled. Tell me more.
6.5 million pounds of raw beef product, tainted meat. 1.8 million pounds of ground beef were recalled this week.
Tainted by salmonella.
So this beef recall thing has been going on for a few weeks now. But just in the last few days, it has become more widespread. So beef eaters may be wondering if they need to quit and do something else. Or are there certain locations where it's okay? They might be asking, where's the beef?
Now investigators say the meat was sent to distribution centers nationwide. It could very well be on store shelves right now. The beef is being recalled over fears it may contain deadly E. coli bacteria.
On the carnivore diet, it's not all lollipops and happy cows dancing their way into my mouth. There's bad things happening.
And there might be some bad things happening today. Food poison again. Someone asks, can you kill salmonella if you cook it? I'm almost sure of that. Yeah, at extreme temps. Yeah, I think it's got to go, I don't know. Yeah, they warn about, the underdone type of cooking. You gotta be careful about that. You don't want to do that. Well, those carnivores, they get into the raw meat because they're already extremists. All right, back to Dean.
And it's sad, there's an epigenetic expression taking place within their RNA. And they are replicating these genes that are associated with the sadness and the stress and the depression. So you've got suicidally depressed chickens that will peck themselves to death being put into chicken.
What happened there? Went back.
Check that out. Get these plants into your body. Drink this tea. Use it for however you want. Throw a little ginger in there, a little turmeric, whatever. And have it hot or have it cold. And then keep detoxifying yourself. Cleanse yourself. Deal with this. All this stuff in here. Get yourself right. But when you get the life, when you get the living life from the living plants, and you get that life force energy, it makes it a lot easier to get free. Because the heaviness of it, when I'm on with the phone calls with the clients, it's like, it's hard, because there's so much sadness and so much heaviness. But if you get the lightness and the clarity of the fresh, living foods, you'll be alive, you'll be bright, because of the consciousness and the genetic material that's being released into your bloodstream is of the life and not the death. And the death is what is celebrated. The death is what is normal. To kill everything to death and eat it.
I think I'm going to be demonetized again.
Fresh, living foods, you'll be alive, you'll be bright, because of the consciousness and the genetic material that's being released into your bloodstream is of the life and not the death. And the death is what is celebrated. The death is what is normal.
Man. I'm going to see if I can change my title here. Because it's been a couple hours and things have changed in the world. Casey is missing. Where is Vegetable P0Iice's Big Thursday video? Save it. Because that's what's going on now.
Putting them into herbal formulas or, supplements and stuff like that, where we can actually get that genetic material back into our gut, so the microbes have something to work with and can produce everything that we need to be happy and light and get free. So instead of saying it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, you can be like me, which is it's actually easy. And when you do it, and you do live a life of service, and you do live a life of love, and you do understand that by eating the living foods you get connected to nature. And then you want to serve everyone, because you can see that everyone is your brother and sister, that we are all in this together. This is one living organism, this planet. And when you get connected back into the life stream by utilizing the living plant foods and getting the plant material into your body and getting your gut right, you can actually be happy. So you can be smart. You just have to be really smart in this society. You have to make very good choices. You have to be very adamant. You have to be persistent, a little OCD, slightly orthorexic, very...
There's that word. I think I've just been demonetized. And stuff. Let's keep going with the climate change. Oh, here's something I don't think I ever shown. It's just weird that there's just too many things. Yeah, I wish I had gotten around to putting this out. This is what the Republican side will do. And here we go.
A war on motherhood.
21 permanent committees. And one of them is the Science Committee. And this guy's actually a ranking member. He's been there for a while. He's also the chairman of the House Science Subcommittee on Investigations and Oversight.
Chairman of some government agency.
So we're going to make sure that our science has integrity.
Conservative put in the position of making sure that our science has integrity. I've talked about that before.
And I'm going to be the chair of this committee.
Let's see what he has to say.
Or he just sits on that committee. Get you pregnant, whatever. 12. Understand it.
Here he is now. The man in charge of making sure science has integrity. Scientific community.
I've come to understand that all that stuff I was taught about evolution, embryology, Big Bang Theory, all that is lies straight from the pit of hell. And it's lies to try to keep me and all the folks who are taught that from understanding that they need a savior.
So what he said here is all that it's in the devil's work from the pits of hell. 100.
There's more.
Unbelievable.
I've come to understand that all that stuff I was taught about.
And those are deer. Pictures of deer behind him. Or maybe they're not pictures.
And it's lies to try to keep me and all the folks who are taught that from understanding that they need a savior. That this is really a young earth. I don't believe that the earth is but about 9,000 years old.
The audio's not very good, but he says, I don't believe that the earth is over a few thousand years old, something like that.
I believe it was created in 6 days as we know them. That's what the Bible says. And what I've come to learn is that it's the manufacturer's handbook, is what I call it. It teaches us how to run our lives individually, how to run our families, how to run our churches.
Now, remember what I was talking about a half hour ago? They want a different world order here for us. And you're not going to like it.
But it teaches us how to run all of public policy and everything in society. And that's the reason as your congressman, I hold the Holy Bible as being the major directions to me of how I vote in Washington, D.C., and I'll continue to do that.
That's why you need to vote. Our lack of voting, the decent people not voting, is why guys like that get into our government. So still no word from Vegetable Police. Oh. Live control room. Yeah, see? Limited or no ads. Their computer programs have heard all the things that Dan was saying. Oh, and that last guy there too. Add unfriendly stuff there. So, Casey is missing. Well, I guess I should keep going. Why give up now? But I need to eat. So I'm gonna I'll just play something. I'll grab some fruit and I'll be back. So, what should I play? How about some Foot Soldier? He said it was funny. And he does some good stuff too, scientific stuff. He's often at the forefront. He's the one who made that map. He mapped Vegetable Police's history. Does he have a new video? Not really. Okay, we'll just watch the latest one.
And it's...
But I will be back in a minute. I'm not just going to play this whole thing.
not constitutional. I mean, I can't get anybody to agree with me on this point legally, but I can't figure out how it would be constitutional. Look, Eric, I say to you, I'm president of the United States. I've been elected. Donald Trump, whether you like him or not, he was the elected representative by the people. I then say to you, an unelected official, can you come in and advise me? Yes. Your job now is to tell me what you think and advise me. And if you want to present it in clever ways, because my personality is so sharp or whatever, okay. But for you to go behind my back and usurp me, you to meet with other people in my administration and say, okay, guys, we're not going to do any of that, is so wrong, because you're not just going against the president. You're going against the American people. We selected him to make the choice.
See how irritating things get? This is the problem. America made a huge mistake. Huge.
Right or wrong.
And these people are breaking the law. I think. A lot of people there. Like Omarosa and all the legit people. And they're breaking the law for a reason. They're willing to risk going to prison because there's worse things that could happen.
Trust him.
Treasonous?
Possibly. I mean, treason is a really hard word because it's the only one in the Constitution, and it has a...
But the thing is, Trump is also treasonous with what he's doing, whether legal or not. And so I think it's going to come down to actual battle. I guess that's what happens when the system just isn't working anymore. That's how countries fall apart. That's too bad. So there's bigger things at stake here, besides what this fat guy with the goatee is talking about.
It's death penalty, and it's very clear. In the loose term, I think it is.
I would suggest. Any ideas, any thoughts on who it might be? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Senior advisor, cabinet secretary, staffer, family, in-laws.
Family, in-laws, no.
Former advisors.
No, it's either... my guess is it's a nobody.
So let's just stop.
Okay.
So I first found out about this snake diet guy when Vegetable P0Iice mentioned him. Vegetable P0Iice was like, I know, Simnet Nutrition, I don't care for his physique. Hench herbivore, he's not big enough for me. I was saying to that extent, he was like, I'm all about this snake diet guy. And I was like, alright then. And I didn't even bother looking him up until
Yeah, those other guys, they're just not extreme enough. You know, when you're going to go, you got to go as extreme as you can. That's why this guy's diet name there is just such a perfect marketing tool. Snake diet. You know, he's, oh my God. He's coming right out. Maybe there's something to this. Anyway, Vegetable P0Iice has just uploaded. There's the notification. So just like yesterday, everybody, everybody who's watching now live, go to his video.
So I just got myself another 30 days in fucking Thailand. I cannot explain how much easier immigration is here than it was in Chiang Mai. So I figured we just make a little video. I've been here for just over a year now in Thailand, and I want to...
Hey, white boy. Oh, you've been a long time here now, huh?
What's really going on there with people looking at him? They're looking at him because he's a man walking around with the camera out. And that is highly suspect. So anyway, here is your instructions. I'm posting the link to the video. Go to Casey's video and post about Gary Carburetor. That's how you should type it. Oh. There it is. I forgot the link. Yep, when you type in my name, anything there, you gotta leave some spaces because Casey has blocked these words. It's kind of irritating. It's kind of funny too. He's afraid of me. He's afraid of a channel he said would never grow. He's just not going to happen. Might as well just give up. Alright. So what's this video about? Again, he's got something that's just hard to believe. How is it that he has this kind of luck? Well, let's get through this. Let's see what we got.
Welcome, welcome, we like you.
Is at home? We'll continue at home. I don't have a photographic memory, I'm not a
You want to do it.
And the first 9 months were like, I have the numbers at home. I'm in Thailand for the least amount of money, the cheapest way to do visa runs, which visa to buy, all that. I just want to say, that was so much easier than Chiang Mai.
At Fabletics, we're known for our leggings because our leggings look as good as they feel and perform as well as.
In Chiang Mai, to renew your visa and get an extra 30 days, it's called the visa extension, you gotta jump through some hurdles. You show up, they're bugging their way to another visa. It took 2 hours each time.
Oh, welcome back. The silence. Visa fees I paid, and I don't think you can do it cheaper than that. This is like the cheapest way you can do at least half.
Could it be that he has some kind of deficiency? The carnivore diet caused him to lose his sense of humor. A humor deficiency, and he's been trying to get it back. But you know, you can't force it.
So, this is how you do it. So back in September 2017, I bought a multiple entry visa. This is the key to this whole shit. You gotta get a multiple entry visa. It was 200 Canadian dollars, which in Thai baht is 49.
But he's got ads.
Only have to leave twice. So it costs a little bit more money than that. So if you want to spend 10 hours on a bus, one more.
Does he have some kind of demonic deal going on with his god?
More time in that 6 months. Go for it if you want, but I didn't want to do that trip 3 times in 6 months. So I extend that. So if you want to spend 10 hours on a bus one more time in that 6 months, go for it if you want, but I didn't want to do that trip 3 times in 6 months. So 860 baht, very cheap. It's a 5-hour bus trip there and 5 hours back, so it takes you the whole day. The first time you do it, it is relaxing. It's a relaxing trip. You're driving the bus through the mountains. You got a window seat. Hopefully you're not next to a really big Thai guy that's eating potato chips the whole ride and sneezing on you and snoring. I had the guy, he was snoring. It's like, it's 1 p.m. Why are you snoring? The way I was just fascinated by all the, just the way people live. I was watching these like little shacks and like an underdeveloped country riding through Chiang Rai, and it's just like, wow, look at this. So it was fun. I enjoyed my first run, but that gets old quickly. So once you get back from that trip, you got another 60 days. You're free. You're free to do whatever you want in Thailand. You want to wrestle with ladyboys? We got it. We got it. It's 40 baht. At the end of that 60-day period, we've been in Thailand now for 5 months. You can extend that again for 1 month for another 1,900 baht. So it cost me 1906 for the copies, 6 baht for the photocopies. So now, that's our 6 months. And this is the key to this whole thing. If you take a trip, again, that same Mae trip to the border, and you make it back before your original visa expires, you get another 60 days at the end of that. So it turns a 6-month visa into an 8-month visa. Oh my God, life hack. So that next second visa run to Mae cost me 981 baht because I upgraded to first class. I suggest you do that. What did it cost me? An extra dollars. 12,670. That's not how you say it. 12,670 baht. That's 515 Canadian. You're gonna go back home after this 9 months. But for me, I got unlucky. After this 9 months, I had to get another visa. And I went to Penang, Malaysia, and they refused my white ass. They were like, no, you've been in Thailand too long. They didn't appreciate it. Even though I did everything within the rules, I just did everything. I came back before it ran out. I got my 9 months. It's like I extended here. I paid for everything. But they're like, nope. So you could get refused if they see that. It's like, wow, you've been in and out with a lot of stamps in Thailand without leaving, son. If I was to do this again, I would probably suggest you go home after the 9 months. Just don't play around. Go home and then wait. I don't know if you can get a multiple entry visa every year, probably. I think you can get it every year. So 6 months, wait 12 total before getting the 6 months again. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on that, but Canadian winters are like 7 months long. So actually fly somewhere. I think you can only do a land border crossing twice a year. So you have to, but it liked me. It touched me with his head. He was just like, I felt it on my leg. I was like, what was that? And I couldn't see anything. And then it was like 2 seconds later, and then he was like, that's the law of attraction, my friends. I attract not getting stung. Why'd you attract that, Jonathan? Seems like a silly thing to attract. Burning. I was like, that's...
So some bug again is attacking it?
Freaked me out now. I don't even want to go in that ocean anymore. He just, it was a baby. It was a baby jellyfish. Just a little one. And it touched me first. But it liked me. It touched me with his head. He was just like, I felt.
Well, maybe it's an assumption that jellyfish just sting you. Any chance they get. Maybe only when they feel threatened.
Felt it on my leg. I was like, what was that? Maybe he'll post down below why he felt like doing that. So yeah, that's the only negative of Thailand. And the air pollution isn't great, but if you move near the ocean, it's much better. And Chiang Mai is not bad for most of the year. So just move towards the mountains. That is my secret. Get up in those mountains. You'll have a chance at living. That's 13. So I think we're done here. We're done. Thank you so much for watching the video. Consider giving it a thumbs up if you liked it. thumbs down. If you moved to Belgium, stayed 30 days in a little hut that a penguin made, didn't even pay rent to the penguin, and you left your dishes for him to clean. Piece of shit. That's one of the worst things you've ever done. So I wonder how many people have done that. We're gonna find out down below. Alright, okay, we're done. Thank you so much for buying a Vegetable Police t-shirt, or a Monkey Strength shirt, or a Kent shirt for some reason. Where is Kent? Wonder if he followed me here. We'll have to see in a later episode of the Vegetable Police Show. Thank you for watching it. Subscribe for more shows, videos. Oh no. See you later, cool.
Why are you cussing? Yeah, really. So Miss Jones got in there with a comment about me. But I don't know. A carburetor, you know, all that. That'll get people more used to the name carburetor. But I don't think it'll influence people to go there, to go to my channel though. That's why we need more people to come in. Anyway, I think we're done here. Thumbs up. And remember, when you get notifications of other videos in our community, be good if you can get in early with a comment, a genuine one about me. Check out what Gary Carburetor, Vegan Carburetor, is doing on his channel. And stuff like that. Okay. Snake diet. Someone wants me to stay. Well, what could I do? I am all talked out. What is this going to do? These Vegetable Police cray cray. Hey. Okay, people. Let's see here. How long have we on? Oh, I didn't beat my record. I'm still not very close. So that wraps up the week in Vegetable Police, and I've got I've got some non-live videos coming, and I just might do another live video before Monday. And I got to get to work getting this stuff out. So thanks for watching. It's been fun. Been a good time chatting with everybody. Bye now.